Philadelphia 76ers. Forward, PJ Tucker. At guard, D'Anthony Melton. At forward, Tobias Harris. At guard, James Harden. At center, Joel Embiid. The visiting team head coach, Doc Rivers.
It's Game 4 of this Eastern Conference quarterfinal series. Down 3-zip. It's a survival contest, no doubt. Will this series end here tonight? Thanks for tuning in to the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Brooklyn Nets at Barclays Center. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. Taking a look at Brooklyn, this series has gotten completely away from them now. Greg, they haven't played well. They look frustrated. They're all over the place.
They are, but they're also at home. And that's the one thing they can lean on to try and turn this thing around. I mean, it would be crazy to think that they could pull this off, but let's face it, Kev, they've got a long way to go.
Crazier things have happened, haven't they? And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Embiid inside the line. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Pass to Dinwiddie. Here's Finney-Smith. To the paint. Melton against Bridges. Shot clock at 3. Here's Claxton. And it's Melton with the rebound. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers.
And some added toughness on the roster. Something Philly knew they needed after last year's playoffs. The hope is adding scrappy veterans like PJ Tucker and D'Anthony Melton will help them further this go-round.
Here now is Dinwiddie. After the three-pointer from Joel Embiid. Dinwiddie outside. Shoots over Tucker. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Now the 76ers with it. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to catch up with the Nets head coach. He told me that despite everything, he still believes in his team's ability to take at least one game in this series. But of course, that has to be tonight. He looks at this as a building block, saying what they learned in the series, win or lose, should be invaluable for the future. Kevin?
Thank you, David. That was the 2K drive. As that move deserved another look.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Here's Harden. It's blocked, and they recover it. Here's Melton. Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
More than likely, if there's a second chance bucket to be had, Embiid will get it. Makes him work even harder on the boards when he knows there's pay dirt at the end of it. Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Melton passes to Embiid. Can't hit from in close.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Bridges against Melton. Dinwiddie right side. The Nets working the ball around now. Claxton the pass to Johnson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Stepping to the line with 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That one drops. He ties it up. And last season, the Nets were a favorite to win it all. But, Greg, a first-round sweep by the Celtics proved a very rude awakening.
And Kyrie missing so many games. How about Harden wanting out? Hard to build chemistry and continuity. That has to be the focus moving forward.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. And Simmons, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Thomas comes in for Mikal Bridges. And Curry subbed in for Dinwiddie. Now, here's Maxey. And there's the foul. It's on Cameron Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. O'Neal's checked in for Brooklyn.
Now, into the lineup for your next, Royce O'Neal.
Harden kicks to McDaniel. Embiid trying to break loose. Another miss by Philadelphia. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Simmons over Harris. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And it's Harris with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. They trail by 1. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Simmons against Embiid. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Knocked loose. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Brooklyn ahead, up 1. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And we welcome you back to Game 4 on 2K Sports. And from Brooklyn, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
The 76ers trail. Harden outside. Pass pass to Niang. The three. Rebounded by the Nets.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Greg, Ben Simmons, one of 4 players in the entire history of the NBA to average at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists per game through his first 4 seasons.
Think about it, joining Magic Johnson, Oscar Robinson, and Luka Doncic. That is some pretty elite-level company.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. Now, Tobias Harris has been the leading scorer on teams in the NBA, but on the Sixers, he understands his role is different. He says, I'm not a guy who's going to press for looks. The ball's going to flow how it flows, and I just got to be ready when the opportunity comes my way. That's what winning basketball is all about. Kevin?
David, thank you. Al Harden after Ben Simmons' three-pointer that didn't go. McDaniel still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 6 to shoot. That gives them the lead.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Curry looking around. Harris outside. Simmons sets a screen for Curry. And Simmons slams it in.
Phenomenal timing that time, guys, from Simmons. I mean, leaving the ground once the pass was released and then tearing the basket almost out of the glass.
Now here's Harden. Great Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
Dinwiddie's checked in for Curry. And then for Philadelphia, Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Harrell. P.J. Tucker comes in for George Niang. And Harris subbed in for McDaniels. That free throw good from Harden. And guys, James Harden continues to be one of the most dominant offensive forces.
Kevin, I don't think there's any question about it. No matter what city is on the front of his jersey, as long as Harden is on the back of it, you can expect the ball to go through the twine and for him to drop dimes too. He's clearly one of the best scorers of this generation by far.
Count it.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Harden against Dinwiddie. Harden can't hit.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Dinwiddie outside. 1:33 left in the first half. And so Harden will bring it up for Philadelphia. Excited about the win on Thursday.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
You know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
Harden against Dinwiddie. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Now the pass to O'Neal. Launches it. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists now in this one. Passes it to Embiid. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
You know, it's the muscle and size of Embiid that allow him to score through contact.
When Joel Embiid entered the NBA, many questioned if he would be able to overcome the devastating injuries.
Well, you know, he didn't play his first 2 years in the league. Those questions were fair to ask. I mean, is this guy ever going to get on the court? But once he did, oh my, a monster. I've not seen a big guy do the stuff Joel Embiid can do. It's actually insane.
And for the Nets, it's been a whirlwind last couple years, assembling a super team, and before you knew it, it fell apart. But this franchise has been back from the ashes before, so right off that front office just yet. Man, how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Now, here is Harden. He has 5. Harris with it. Now guarded by Simmons. Harris's shot is good.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Here's Thomas. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Some solid defense from Maxey.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. 76ers lead by 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn.
Hey there, everybody. Halftime of Game 4 upon us, and it's a close game so far for the Philadelphia 76ers.
They've managed to keep this game very competitive. And despite the crowd's attempt to distract them, they've really stayed focused on closing this thing out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was distracted. I would be impressed to see this series end on the road. Looking at how the Nets are doing in this series. They're 0 for 3 in the series. Kenny, what should they do to stave off elimination?
They got to take a long look in the mirror and figure out which vacation spot they're going. In other words, they're toast, Ernie.
Listen, I don't need to break out the crystal ball to tell you how this ends. They have to white flag up, and the season is on the clock.
A lot of metaphors there, but I get the gist. Speaking of toast, what do you prefer on toast, Kenny?
Jam, no butter.
Shaq?
Jam, jelly.
What's the difference between jam and jelly, Shaq?
I have no
Jam
idea.
don't shake like that.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
NBA playoff round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round 1. Harden outside, pass to Embiid. It's hauled in by Claxton. Brooklyn trailing. Pass to Dinwiddie. Launches a 3, and the Nets another 3. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
You can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Incredible control on that floater. Harden is fantastic at putting just the right amount of touch on these very difficult and delicate shots.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. He has 7. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Harris passes to Harden. To the wing right side. Here's Embiid. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Now it's a 3-point 76ers lead.
Boy, Harden's got such a tremendous feel for the game. Sees the whole court. He's a really slick creator.
To the middle. Embiid with the steal. On the wing, Melton. Back to Harden. Knocks down the 3 ball. Harden's got 10 points.
And Harden right there demonstrating why he's a top-tier scorer. Gets these long shots off quickly.
Dinwiddie against Harden. It's good. Dinwiddie's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
I'm glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time.
And that's the kind of bucket they needed. Close game in the second half. Great finish on that.
Harden, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Hey, there's no denying the direction in Philly. They want to win now. The Sixers have an attitude coming from their front office that they want to get it done now, and I like seeing that. Ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Melton feeling it out a bit. Harris dishes to Embiid. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9. And for the 76ers organization, the expectation is, of course, Clark, a championship.
And that's where the expectation should be when you have a potential MVP in Joel Embiid. I mean, he's been an MVP candidate multiple seasons in a row. I think the Sixers should be thinking tight.
Finney-Smith, that's good, and Johnson with the assist.
Finney-Smith doing what we've come to know he can do. Knock down that jumper with a smooth stroke.
Low block shot on the way. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area. Really keeps the defense honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with this combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. 9 points in the game so far.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Dinwiddie against Harden. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. For the lead. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Philadelphia ahead, leading by a point. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boys.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. Now here's Simmons to take the lead. No good that time. Great D that time from Harrell. Maxey looking it over. There's the pass to McDaniels. Maxey with the screen on Harris. Finding the lane, and they pick up 2. McDaniels got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for Philadelphia.
I understand we're seeing some high-powered offense, but you've got to put up a little more resistance than that.
Come on now, look. Sit back and enjoy the fireworks. Nothing better than good offense.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Here's Maxey, and it's good, 2 points. And the 76ers lead by 3.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Curry finds Simmons. 11 feet away to tie it up. A shot by Curry, no good. The 76ers shooting indicative of smooth offensive play, up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. There's Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Harrell is an elite offensive rebounder. He's actually one of my favorite guys to watch work the glass.
Simmons sets a screen for Curry. Down low. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
easy to get a clean look when you're much taller than the defender.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
The way they've been able to consistently get past the defense and to the cup has been most impressive. They've almost made it look pedestrian.
And one other thing, I love how comfortable they are looking to operate from mid-range. No qualms about taking those wide open jumpers.
You know, Ben Simmons is so unique as a player. I think he's one of the few non-bigs who can actually dominate a game scoring below the foul line. Not just scoring, but with his passing, too.
A floater out to Harris to take the lead. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That's his first foul.
Harris has been in these situations before. He's a veteran player and very calm taking the big shots.
So for the Nets, Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for O'Neal, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Curry. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. George Niang comes in for Daniel House. The 76ers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Inside. Left block shot on the way. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Maxey.
You like Embiid's confidence and willingness to step up in the big moment.
Thomas up top. He's covered by Maxey. Thomas, good.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Timeout called the 76ers. They trail by 1. 1:36 left here in the fourth quarter.
Fans, it's time to get hyped.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Johnson comes in for Harris. Philadelphia also making some changes. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for George Niang. Harris comes in for McDaniel. And it's James Harden in for Shake Milton. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey, guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. See if they've got enough left to get over the top, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And Embiid gets it to go.
You know, with all he does offensively, at his size, Joel Embiid is like a cheat code, special talent.
Timeout called. The Nets, they're behind by 1. 1:27 left in the game.
Make some noise for your Brooklyn Nets.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Thomas against Maxey. Thomas's shot is off.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Harden outside. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
This is not unfamiliar territory for Harden. He is used to being the go-to guy, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
Now here's Thomas. And Embiid with the block. Johnson against Harris. Harden outside. Maxey with the screen on Dinwiddie. Passes it to Embiid. It's deflected.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
The defense needs to be just as sharp, but it's not over yet.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. On deep. No good from three-point territory. And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. The clock management is crucial at this time of the game.
And they go to the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
You know Harden always looks confident at the line, even in a clutch situation.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Timeout called the Nets. They're down by 5. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Bridges for 3. Doesn't go for him. And they're going to move on to the conference semifinal. What a performance through the entire first round. Drake sweeping in 4 games.
And they really had a tremendous series. Watching how well these guys played as a unit has got to be scary for their round 2 matchup.
Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, let's check out our New Balance Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.